Hello, everyone. Namaste, and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us today. I am Kushinegi, and I am thrilled to be hosting this live session brought to you by Language Pantheon. Today, we have the immense privilege of speaking with the visionary behind this incredible journey, the person who guides our path and who ensures that every student achieve their dream, the director of Language Pantheon, Mr. Anuj Kumar Acharya.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Sir, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you, Krish.
So, everyone, Sir will be answering your most pressing questions about German language, careers in Germany, and what makes Language Pantheon unique. So, keep your questions coming in the comment section. So, let's start. So, my first question for you is, Sir, Language Pantheon has been exclusively focused on German language since 2007. And what was the core philosophy or vision that led you to establish an institute solely for German? And what do you believe is the single biggest factor in Language Pantheon's success over the last 18 years?
Okay. Thank you for this question. This is basically when, I have done my graduation from German itself, and when we started teaching, the word "we" includes one more person whom I'd like to thank here, like Sonia. So she has been she was when we started. I told her that let us start, and she was very skeptic about all these things. But then I started with all the languages, like all the foreign languages. But very soon, within few months, I'd say I realized that somehow it is not possible to maintain the quality and everything. So the way we started, similarly, we ended also all the other languages, and we stuck to uh, German only. And from that very day till today, I believe this has been the biggest uh, changing factor of this system, where we focused exclusively on German, and therefore from 1 to 110 teachers, and from one room to 32 classrooms, and like more or less all the teachers, including online and offline, we are right now taking around 60 to 70 classes at a time, right? uh, So this is the biggest reason that when we started, we realized one thing, that if we focus on just one thing, we can be quite successful. And the second thing was, which made it successful, that which I believe might be hopefully a big thing for everyone. Even today, 96% people always have this notion that today is Saturday, today is Sunday, or tomorrow I can't come. One thing I believe, which somehow made me successful, which made this language method successful, was I never looked at the calendar. I never saw that today is this festival, today is Saturday, today is Sunday, and therefore I think that is the biggest reason, apart from like what we did, that is the biggest reason that we did not take out those 104 days in a year. And so we are here with 110 teachers and having 60 70 classes at a time. If I talk about 9 a.m., 32 classes in offline, at least around 40 classes in online. So starting from day one till this point, I believe I have been very clear about one thing, that even today is Sunday, and I have been very clear about one thing, that let us work all the 365 days a week. And to the teachers also who are listening to me, to the students also, please show the calendar that Saturday, Sunday is there. So I hope that will make you quite successful.
Okay, so let's jump into the next question. Sir, Language Pantheon is famous for its unique result oriented system. Can you briefly explain what this unique teaching method is, especially in the light of the FAQs that states your students understand 90% and only memorize 10%?
See, that's a very interesting question. The reason being, as a student, I'm telling you first that when we were students, I have to give one quite interesting example, because this example everyone will understand very quickly. So modal verbs. So when we started learning modal verbs, we learned one modal verb in one lesson. In A1, we did learn only 3 to 4 modal verbs, if I am not wrong here. So when I started teaching, I realized one thing, that how is it possible? And like it's very weird that we are learning all the things in bits and pieces. If we are learning one topic, let us complete the topic. Moreover, and this is somehow, I believe, initially Hindi helped me a lot in making people understand that whatever we are doing, it's quite normal thing. In English and in Hindi combined, we are very privileged. 99 out of 100 people from like students from Language Pantheon, they know either English or Hindi or both. 99%. Just 1% might be there who might have issues in Hindi, English, and they know only third language. So, I mean, it's a very interesting combination of English and Hindi. But having said that, uh, obviously not everyone knows English, not everyone knows Hindi, right? Okay, Anit, I will come to your question also. Uh, Anit, don't worry, don't worry. It's a live session, so I will answer each and every question. It's very easy to say anything, but when we ask the students, they also have a lot of excuses. So I will come to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, so your question is related to applications. So my simple logic, my simple point has been like, um, if you don't know the grammar, let me give you one example, very interesting and simple example. Okay, if we are aware that with the help of modal verb, if we talk about modal verb, with a modal verb, we cannot put the main verb in its conjugated form. Now, knowing this is not a rocket science, but if you're aware, like with a modal verb, the main verb will not be conjugated. So then, for all the modal verbs you learn, it becomes a very normal process, right? Similarly, for other things, all the you talk about passive, you talk about relative pronoun. Even today, when we take relative pronoun topic, adjectiving topic, which are very normal topics for A2. But unfortunately, even B2 C1, when people come directly in B2 C1, they say that adjective ending is a big thing. So you just need to focus on understanding the rules. We have many good people who have mentioned a lot, but there has been a student, I don't want to take the name, who literally made my day by saying this, that if we don't know grammar, right? For example, for the word "my," we have 6 words in German. If we are not aware that whether we have to apply mine or meinen or meinem or minus or minor or minor, how can we keep on memorizing the things? So that student mentioned this thing, that once we are aware, it does take a bit of time, but once we are aware, that at least we will not fumble in between, right? Even if we commit mistakes initially with the application, with the system, initially we may fumble, but if we are aware that if I have to say mit minor or mit minor, then obviously it is going to be quite normal. So what I'd request everyone is, don't go on the words of those. I have coined a term, SMIs, social media influencers. Those SMIs have like mentioned everywhere that A1, A2 are basics. No, A1, A2 are not basics. A1, A2, these two uh, levels combined, they cover 95% of German language. 95%, right? So I'd request that please focus on understanding first. And with this, I also have had lot of uh, questions, where one question was really interesting, and I'd like to like mention that question here. That how much time should we give every day to learn this language? I have a very simple answer to this question. Suppose you want to become a cricketer. Suppose, do will you ever ask any coach like how much time should I play daily to be an international cricketer? How much time should I play daily to become a pro like Ronaldo in football? Is this a question which you believe is going to be answered in concrete terms? If you like something, if you have to do something in this field, in German field related to German in Germany, I mean, this question is the worst question a student can have. The more time you give, I mean, it's very subjective. If I can learn a thing in 1 hour, you may learn the same thing in 30 minutes. So then, how can we put it in number of hours that we have to put this number? And even if I say you have to learn 4 hours every day, is this a concrete answer? Is there any scientific way to prove that? If we learn 4 hours, we will become a like perfect in this language. So I'd request that please do two things. From my side, I always request people that just keep on thinking of two things. Number one, don't have to watch. When you learn a language, you should not feel like, okay, I have given this much time, I have given that much time, these many days, and always focus on understanding. If you do these two things in the very first 10 days, I would say that you're going to have a lot of confidence that learning German is going to be a cakewalk for everyone. Okay. Yes.
Okay. So, sir, we offer courses from A1 and all the way up to C2, which is comprehensive. For a complete beginner, what level do you recommend they should aim for initially? And how does your offering of fast track and super fast track courses help students who needs to move quickly?
Okay. See, I think there's one student here. I'm already aware of her. I know her very well. She wanted to do this fast track in spite of being a full time, like she is working in hospital full time, but still she wanted to like do fast track in this. So my point is this, that fast track or regular or intensive, if you talk about 100 people, you cannot compare anything between twins. Also twins, I mean siblings, twins, where they have lot of similarities, you cannot compare. Even twins also, you cannot compare like family members. So going for fast track or regular or intensive is purely an individual's call. If you want to do something fast, fast doesn't mean that you have to just run fast. Fast simply means that you have to give more time. So if you are a full-time student who can give full time to German, then only you should go for fast track, that is, or super fast track. There is a term super fast track, even that is quite confusing for many people. I will explain that as well. So super fast track doesn't mean that we are going even in double speed than fast track. Super fast track simply means that apart from the books, you have to choose exam preparation, and exam preparation you have to choose on your own. Some people take Saturday, Sunday, some people take Monday to Friday. So you have to choose exam preparation. Super fast track means fast track of 5 hours plus exam preparation. I do not, I repeat and I emphasize on this, I do not count the basic grammar in this entire system. Basic grammar has been my forte, where I like mention this thing, how to get rid of all those things, all those issues which a beginner has. So in this case, I would request, that please make sure that whichever batch you choose, you have to choose as per your convenience, right? You cannot like choose, okay, even if I don't have time, I will rely on recordings. Relying on recordings, especially in online classes, I'm like on record, I'm saying this. Relying on recordings is going to be a major issue in the long run. You always have to take live classes where you're aware, apart from basic grammar classes, all the classes are on Google Meet, Zoom. So you should be present in the class, camera should be on, and when you talk to each other, then definitely that makes a huge difference. You always need to realize that if I am not capable of sitting for 5 hours because I have to go to I have to go for job, I have to rush for my maybe college, then do not go for fast track batches. Fast track batches, super fast track batches are only for those people who can give lot of time. Right? Rehan, this will come maybe either today or maybe next Saturday. You will get the new schedule of C2, right? No worries. Right. So, in short, like what I'd request is that do not feel that the more, if you take fast track, that means you're going to do something fast. Unless you're not able to devote time, there's no need of taking fast track or super fast track batches. Just go with a simple way. And with the online system, I believe there are a lot of people who have come here in offline. They have done A1, A2. Somehow they're not able to do further because they have to go to Germany, or so they have shifted to online. So we have so many options now that you don't have to panic at all. From morning 9 a.m. till evening 12:30 a.m. We were also planning to have some late night batches, but everything has its own pros and cons. Late night batches means 12 a.m. batches for the people who are outside and they have this timing. But everything has like we have to prepare a lot before we start something. So, Khushi, what you have asked, I just request everyone that please look at your schedule. If your schedule doesn't allow to take fast track batches or super fast track batches, don't go for those batches. Just assuming that you can manage. It is not manageable. You should only take those batches which are suitable as per your schedule.
So, sir, as we are talking about the online classes, I would like to ask, in a post pandemic world, flexibility is key. Language Pantheon offers both classroom and online options. How do you ensure the quality and students' experience in the online batches remains just as exceptional as in person classes?
Okay. See, right now, the term post pandemic. Okay, Rehan, thank you, thank you. Literally, it means a lot. Literally means a lot. Okay, so the term post-pandemic, I divide my career in three parts: before Corona, during Corona, and after Corona. As a teacher, also, there has been a lot of things which I believe I should share with you in short. Before the pandemic, when we have had those students who were listening a lot, who used to have uh, all the things at one place. One thing which I would like to mention that before Corona, before the pandemic, there was a unity. The students used to sit together, and I know, at least I'm telling you, more than 1500 students who could achieve this in a very short span of time, just within, I'd say, maybe 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, just because of having a good group. A group always provides that kind of energy, that kind of fuel, which will make you successful in a very short span of time. So I'd request that before coming to us, I mean, before coming to the teaching part, first have a good group. Always, once your WhatsApp groups are made, make sure that you have a good group of 4 to 5 people at least. Second thing about the quality. See, right now I am here. That means I can talk to these people, I can answer these people. People who are here, I can like answer to them. Suppose there is a student who wanted to like ask something, but either is unable or is somehow has not come here, how will that person ask? Obviously, that person would like to give a call or maybe a message. Maybe that person might get the answers late. So, quality depends on two things. Number one, the teacher, and I mean, both the parts, teacher as well as the student. There have been students who have been so energetic, they always, and I think some of you might echo this thing, that a lot of students I appreciate, I keep on saying this, that people who ask questions, I like them a lot. Reason being that you're thinking why something is wrong, why something is right. If you're thinking the things, so obviously that makes the class a bit energetic. So my opinion would be that when students are very enthusiastic, quite energetic, hyperactive, the class already becomes much better when we have, in comparison to having a boring class where people just keep on listening the things. Now coming to the teachers part, no doubt, like every teacher has different system. Now my forte is grammar. If I start taking the books, I mean, people may feel that I'm not giving 150, 160 hours. So that is something language Bandhan has done, and this has not come overnight. uh, at least in the last 10 years, I would say, that we realized this very clearly, that no one should jump to anything which one is not very comfortable with. That means many times people ask me to take the books. No, I cannot take the books. Many times people also tell me that, I mean, we want with this teacher for further levels also. I mean, it's okay. We have a tree, we have something like where you can take the benefit of all the teachers separately in separate level. So quality wise, I'd simply say that when you learn with more teachers, you will find more quality. Reason being that in A1, if you're learning with one teacher, in A2 with one teacher, in B1 with one teacher, I agree. Sometimes we are so emotionally attached with a particular person that we feel like if this teacher teaches us A1 also, A2 also, B1 also, B2 also, C1 also. But having more teachers, having more batches, they will also give you the benefit of like knowing this language a bit quickly. And every teacher, some teacher will make you write more, some teacher will make you speak more, some teacher will make you read more. So definitely that quality will be maintained, provided you are hyperactive. A teacher cannot do anything in the same class. Why it happens, like when people expect from us that I want to get B2, I want to get C1. So we also want you to give the result. So expectations from one side will not lead to the quality. Expectations, rights and duties from both the sides. So if students are hyperactive, teachers will deliver for sure, and make sure that you don't miss a single class, either in online or in offline, and see how quickly, how effectively you do this language.
So now, sir, I would like to ask the major question, which I believe here everyone wants to know, and those who wants to join Language Pantheon wants to know that your assurance of results guarantees that your association with a student continues until they get their certificate and proficiency. So this is a very huge commitment, by the way.
Hmm.
Could you elaborate on what this means for a student who might struggle to clear an exam on the very first attempt?
Okay. See, let me give you an example with kind of a live example. So there are four friends. One friend is having full time for this language. One friend is working. One friend is like in college or school maybe, and one is not very energetic, not very enthusiastic. He may or may not have some crystal clear goal. So suppose if I go to a place, I'm aware that what I want to do. If I visit a mall, that means I want to shop something. Maybe if I visit a like cinema hall, that means I would like to watch a movie. So first thing, I should be clear what I need. That is number one. Number two, why it happens starting from nursery, forget about language pantheon or German right now. Starting from nursery, why it happens that in the same class, if there are 35 people, 35 students in nursery, one becomes first, one becomes last. Now, did the teacher teach something less to the to the student who came last? No. So there are certain guidelines for a student. Unlike any other thing, language learning is an art. You cannot keep on memorizing. For example, Ishvara mit meinem, mit meiner, mit meinen. You cannot keep on memorizing. So first thing is know what you want. Second thing is that you have to make sure that you are going with time. In my class only, and I'm not feeling very good to say this on camera, on record. In my class only, when I keep on telling that people should come at like for 9 a.m. class at 9 a.m. only, and when someone comes at 9:50, 10:10, I mean, how can that person go and say outside that I'm not able to learn German? So why people have one way, like paying the money gives you the right to attend the class, but that doesn't mean that we have some kind of magic where we can do the magic and you will simply start speaking the language. So you must be knowing all those factors which a student needs to have. You have to be regular, you have to be punctual, you have to be attentive. On record, I'm saying this that learning a language is not a rocket science, but at the same time, it's not a joke. Like something I cracked the joke and you laughed. It is not going to happen like this. It's a continuous process. You need at least minimum, I'm telling you, that if you wish to make your career in any language, be it German, French, Spanish, 500 hours of classroom session. I repeat and emphasize 500 hours of classroom session is compulsory, where you know more or less 90 to 95% of the entire system. If any single student can tell me here that, I mean, one knows the entire English grammar, no. Hindi grammar, no. But unlike English, Hindi, German, you have to know the grammar first. Once you know the grammar, you have to go step by step. In A1 itself, I have seen so many people, they start watching movies that will not make them speak German at all, because you at the age of maybe 5 years, if you expect a child to have maybe 20 kgs or 30 kgs, to carry 20 or 30 kgs is not possible. So at the level of A1, you should be more focused on learning the rules, regulation. You should be more focused on speaking the normal sentences. So when you are at A2, B1, B2, so if your foundation is very clear, I mean, if you feel like I'm aware of the exact rules, why I'm saying this, where I have to say this, right? In A1 itself, you have to start. You cannot wait for A2, B1. Now, people who are in B2.2, C1.1, who come directly in B2.2, C1. But I always ask a very simple question. Can you answer why do you say Guten Morgen? Right? Guten Morgen. And they feel like because morning is masculine. Okay, that's just a part of the answer, not the complete answer. So then what? So, like, because it's masculine, so we say Guten Morgen. No, that is not the complete answer. If you know the reasoning behind each and everything, which we learn in A1, A2 only, 95% German we learn in A1, A2. And therefore, and those like SMIs which I have mentioned, like social media influencers, they, when they say that A1, A2 are just basics. So on camera, on record, I am saying this, people who have very strong foundation in A1, A2, they will have this examination, they will clear in one single attempt. Number two, they will not fumble while speaking. Number three, they will not have to give too much of time or energy. If you are aware of the basics, take it anything. Like I'm talking about a game also, which you like, a movie also, which you like. I mean, the same game where one like is not successful, one is quite successful. Why? because one has given so much of time. If you feel that okay, today is Saturday, Sunday, so we don't have to learn today, that is something I can't do anything. Right?
Okay. So, sir, let's talk about the examination.
Hmm.
Another standout feature is the reduced exam system,
Hmm.
where students can take the exam for only 2 or 3 levels up to C2. So, how does this system work, and what are the benefits for the students' learning journey and wallet?
So here, way back in 2007, I believe this was something which came in my mind. And today there are so many things which more or less the entire world, forget about only Delhi. I will not take even a single name, but what I uh, could foresee in 2007, the regular batch, the fast track batch, the super fast track batch, having the basic grammar separately, exam preparation separately, more or less, I'd say 80-90% of the systems throughout the world, they are uh, like trying to follow this. But why this is not possible overnight? It has taken so many years, right? I did not start with 110 teachers. I did not know even like 108 remaining people from the teaching department here. My only point is that these things I could realize that if this is a normal system where I can take directly B2 or C1 exam, why should I unnecessarily put my effort, money, everything in taking A1, A2, B1 exams? So I was very skeptical. I would be very honest. I was very skeptical when I requested the students to, for the first time, not to take A1, A2 exams. This has been criticized a lot at many places, and I'm aware of so many names, so many institutes. They have criticized me as an individual, Language Pantheon as a as an institute, that they say that you can take directly B2. How can you take B2? You should always go step by step, A1, A2. See, life is really short. If you just feel like passing A1, A2, B1, B2 is the only goal in life, then one should go for that, right? That okay, I have 100 out of 100 in A1, I have 100 out of 100 in A2, in B1. If that is the only goal in life, if I pass the German examination, I am successful in my life, so then you should definitely go for that. But if you have this feeling that I have to do a lot, German is not my final destination. German is just the way, just the path. So definitely, why to unnecessarily waste your time, energy, money, everything in taking all the examinations every time? Recently, like TILG examination, Goethe examination, all those exams which you can think of, I have not one, not two, not three, not 100, not 1,000, more than 10,000 examples. I repeat, more than 10,000 examples where people have taken directly B1 or B2. At this moment, I'm proud. Many teachers and many people from the institute, they tell me that why don't you publish all these results? Yes, I was wrong, and I'm trying to improve this a bit. But I used to feel like mouth publicity is the best thing. So I realized one thing, that if people get stuck in A1, A2 only, it doesn't make sense. So make sure that you have a crystal clear goal. And I cannot take the names because I mean others will feel bad for this, but I can tell you 25, 30 names who have taken B2 directly, have cleared with like 80, 85, 90% marks, just because they were very clear about one thing, that I don't have to waste my time, energy, everything in taking all the exams. So be it TELC, be it Goethe, I'd say that you should always have a clear goal, that I have to take the last stage. One thing which I'd like to, because very recently I am forgetting the name of this friend. He has sent me a mail also, and he asked me on message also, through message also, that someone is saying, and this someone, there are a lot of people that if you learn German in Germany, you will be in 24 into 7 in German environment. This will happen, that will happen. So again, at the cost of repetition, I'm saying this. If I start living 24 into 7 with cricketers, with footballers, will I start playing football? I mean, are Germans so free that they will feel, okay, this person has come all the way from this country, let me teach her or him this language? Is it like, isn't it a joke? And please don't get confused between accent and pronunciation. Accent comes only in two ways, either by birth or when you have lived in that particular region for 5 to 6 years, right? So, knowing the basic rules, having the strong foundation, this is what will make you successful. And I don't think you should unnecessarily think too much. Just start from a particular place and try to improve every single day. One thing which I think it's a very right platform at the right time, at the right place, I'm saying this. Obviously, I cannot make that thing understand here, but in every class I make understand. So I don't think there is even a single exception, either in online or in offline. How to improve your vocabulary. On
Hmm.
this note, I believe that I have, it's my personal opinion, I have mastered this art, how to improve your grammar, how to improve your vocabulary. And when I make the foundation of any student, so then it becomes easier for them and also for the teachers to implement those things. So why I'm saying this, that mastering this art of making people understand grammar, making people understand vocabulary, how to improve vocabulary, one single day, and I don't want too much time. In 24 hours, I have that capability that people can uh, know much more than what a person knows after learning 1 to 1.5 months of the language, right? This is an art. There is no issue at all when you see people memorizing the introduction. Ich heiße, ich heiße, mein Name ist, and then they say suddenly this is mein Name ist or mein Name ist. So then obviously they should not expect too much even after 2 years, right? So knowing the art of this language is must, and taking the examination directly of that particular level, I'm on record saying this. I mean, getting failed in this examination is itself, I don't know why. How can people fail in this examination? But have a very strong foundation. You can never ever fail in the examination. You have to know that art. If you keep on memorizing the language, obviously 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, it will come. When once in a blue moon, you may have a bad day on a particular day. If there has been many instances, and one of the most, I think, interesting as well as sad instances I will give, that when you are not, fully energetic, there are many people who have this habit of sleeping late. They sleep at maybe 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and they have examination at 8 a.m. So that becomes a problem. That becomes a problem.
Okay. Sir, as we are already talking about examination, so let's talk about TELC examination. As everyone knows that Language Pantheon recently had the TELC official center is now the TELC official center. So could you please just shed some light on that?
Okay, see, TELC is of the three, one of the three examination centers, Goethe, TELC, and USD. So in this case, I'd say that taking examination of any of the three is perfectly fine. I would recommend that if you're, because not many people are aware of all the three. So I'd say that you should always have this clarity that which examination you want to take. And apart from that, I'd request that please make sure that at many places I have seen that people accept Gyothe only or Tilk only or Thursday only. So this is something it's very subjective. I would request that um, please make sure that whatever need you have, you should take that only. I will not force anyone. I will not tell anyone that you should take this exam only or that exam only. So make sure that you take the examination as per your need and convenience.
Hmm. So thank you so much, sir, for shedding light on all those critical points. Now we are moving to the segment you all have been waiting for, the student questions. So I've gathered some of the most common questions from our live. So the very first question is, if a student asks, if I look for 9 a.m. batch after 15-20 days, I attend, do I need to attend daily the 9 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. grammar class?
See, I think this question might confuse others. So I'd request that what we will do is in this week only, I will make a full-fledged video of how the classes are conducted. In online classes, we have so many things to mention. There are so much information, so much flexibility that sometimes it becomes a problem to know all the information. So, I mean, that's a very positive thing. So, what I will do is that in we will have kind of half an hour of this video where I will suggest that once we start with grammar, unfortunately, very unfortunately, many people are not aware of the importance of grammar, and then they just jump to the like language directly, the levels directly, and unfortunately, that becomes a problem. The only point is that if I start answering those questions here, this session might go somewhere else. So please wait for this week only. It will be a video of half an hour where I will be explaining all the facilities in online mode, where you have the grammar, you have so many different options, and according to your need and comfort, you can choose that. Having said that, please remember one thing, that in online classes you need to have clarity on, because of the multiple options. You feel like, if I take 9 a.m., can I keep on changing? No, you cannot keep on changing. That is something you have to stuck to one level at one time. Yes, let me assume in a scenario where you start at 9 a.m. and suddenly you got a job which demands you to be there at 9 a.m. and you are not able to take the live classes. So obviously once you can change the timing, but that doesn't mean that this week 9 a.m., that week 8:30 p.m. That is not a possibility. Okay? Let me answer Anit's question. Anit, never ever. 18 years, I'm saying this on record, 18 years, I we have never given any chance to any student to have any issue. If at all anyone has had an issue, we have taken utmost care of that. So Anit, let me know the complete scenario, and you don't have to worry at all. Right? You don't have to worry at all.
Sir, there's this one student asked that they have finished A1 books from Language Pantheon,
Mhm.
but after 8 months break, now they are stuck. Should they start A2? This is a common actually among the students, that when they start a level and after a break of 1 year or some months, so they start forgetting all the things. So what they can do, or what
See,
you suggest?
again, I'd say that one thing which many people, when I say many, I'm saying more than 50%. It's a very uh, like worrying number. It's not a good number at all. More than 50% people either are not aware of the concept of exam preparation in Language Pantheon, or they're aware, but due to some maybe overconfidence or maybe under influence of any XYZ person, they don't take exam preparation seriously, or they don't take exam preparation classes at all. Exam preparation, obviously, the term means that preparation for the examination. But exam preparation is your part of the syllabus, not apart from the syllabus. You need to take exam preparation seriously, because we have 40% of syllabus in exam preparation only, and exam preparation really gives you the idea where you stand, right? Where you stand. So my request would be that take the entire concept, the books, the exam preparation, and everything, and see it is going to be a big relief for you, right? You don't need to come back. Many people who have had this break, one thing which I have seen common, that they have not taken exam preparation even before the break. So take the exam preparation. I think 99% chances you will be able to recall everything. Now, why this is a problem to keep on repeating the levels? If I mean after coming from break, I mean how much time we have in our life? I have no idea. Literally, I have no idea that how much time one has. You just need to make sure that you go through all those things again. And I don't think that recalling all those rules and regulations might take a lot of time. Maybe just 10 days, 15 days. If you have not taken exam preparation, take the exam preparation and recall all those things by learning the things again from your notebook, and you don't need to repeat at all.
Sir, student wants the tips for examination.
For examination, I'd say that I've already given the tip. You should be very straightforward in your approach, which level you want to take. That is the first thing. Second thing, don't take A1, A2 lightly. That is the biggest reason of failure. Biggest reason. 98 out of 100 people who are not successful in their career related to German or Germany, those people who are in too much of rush, they just want to like go to Germany at any cost. Let me tell you that 60 to 70% people who have gone there, they have come back also, they are coming back also, just because of lacking in this language. Passing the examination or speaking the language, right? These are two different things. One may pass the examination even by luck, but one cannot speak the language by luck. One has to like know the language properly. So, first thing, always remember that there are just two things. Number one, that grammar plus vocabulary. Second thing, you have to start from the very scratch, right? And examination is going to be a cakewalk. I can assure you for that. Examination is going to be a cakewalk. Be it A1, be it B1, be it C1. Examination will never be an issue for anyone, provided you have very strong foundation. Number one. And number two, always have a good group. If you don't have a good group, then you will realize that in spite of knowing the things, somehow you're not able to speak the language properly. So have a good group, right? Okay. um, See, understanding accent of the natives, it's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all, but it will take time. Even after having cleared C1, you will need minimum, I'm telling you, 2 months, 2 months in Germany to realize that now you're not facing any issue, right? That is just because of the accent, no matter. Now, I mean, I think most of you have spoken to a foreigner who speaks Hindi in India, and when you talk to them, I can bet on this that there is one positive thing you will find, one negative thing you will find. Positive thing is that they speak better than us in terms of the rules and regulations. I always ask this question कि people say ये मेरा नया pen है, right? But when a foreigner will speak after learning the language, will never say ये मेरा नया pen है. That foreigner will say ये मेरी नई कलम है. But when you talk about the accent, obviously that will take time. In spite of knowing perfect language, that accent takes a bit of time. That bit of time is minimum 2 months, and with time it will become a very normal thing. So no need to worry about that. Varinder, see, Above 50% is perfectly fine. Okay, Gurmeet. Uh, See, that is something you need to talk to the concerned people, because every university, every place has their own demand. So at many places they demand IELTS, at many places they don't demand IELTS. So that is a problem to answer um, in a normal way, right? I need to be very specific if where you're going to apply, what you're going to do. On that case only, I'd. Okay. See, Abhishek, this question is way too important. Uh, Bachelor's, masters, you have asked for masters only. I'm adding bachelor's. But bachelor's, masters, or Ausbildung. Mm, like even in my dreams, my answer would be you should always focus on bachelor's, masters first, right? Always focus on bachelor's, masters first if you have the option. There are like two people, they're siblings. Um, and if they listen, they will definitely be happy that I have taken their names. Shiva and Monica. They came here for Ausbildung, and they were recently in India just a week ago. They came to meet us, and they were initially going for Ausbildung. Then they started thinking of bachelors, and now they are so much happy and settled there. So like here, I'm a bit skeptic about saying this, that unfortunately many people, they feel they have some issues. So they, if you have the option, my answer would be, if you have the option to go for bachelor's or masters at one side and Ausbildung at another, so I'd always recommend you to go for bachelor's, masters, right? Otherwise Ausbildung is no doubt a popular thing, but if you can go for bachelor's, masters, always prefer that. Anita, even C2 in India, that is my opinion, even C2 in India, take all the examinations while being in India or in your native country. People who are not from India, in your native country, always, never carry the burden of the language to Germany. That is my request. I repeat, never carry the burden of the language to Germany, because once you're in Germany and still you're thinking of German language, so then you will somehow miss those important things I mean, for which you have gone there to achieve. I have difficulty in understanding. Okay, uh, like one thing, when you are at the level of B1, B2, right? Start listening a lot. You have to start listening in A1 itself, but from B1, B2 onwards, start listening a lot. Just play the music, play the movie, play anything, right? And keep on listening. That is the only thing. You don't need to be an active listener at that time. Just be a passive listener also, and slowly and gradually you will have, but you need to give time. That is the most important thing. You cannot expect a person who has given 10 hours will be equivalent to a person who has given 500 hours, and a person who has given 1,000 hours to learn this language. Over expectation is also a big issue in learning the language. While being in A1, people feel like, why I'm not able to speak like a C1 student. That's not possible. Ausbildung is a different, I mean, it's just like you have this ITI in India, right? So for all the sectors, we have that Ausbildung thing. You can definitely have a different seminar, webinar for Ausbildung.
So there was also this question related to nursing or something.
Okay. Okay, Anita, I'm really thankful that you have asked this question. In the last 3 to 4 months, I'd say that I, we in the sense like all of us, but in the last 4 months, I'd say that I have received more than 200. I repeat, more than 200 requests to start with a course called Flagger. The Flagger course is like designed for the people who are in medical fields, be it doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, dentists, all the people, right? Um, so, I mean, people who are doing surgery from all the medical fields, this flager and mm, I mean, I'm not feeling good to say this, but because of the examination taken by Goethe and Telk both, we are in fact losing many people, and therefore we have like thought of starting with flager courses also. We will announce this latest by today evening or maybe by tomorrow. Right? Flager course is exclusively for the medical field people. Rehan, my most favorite book, that is Hubert Thesaurus. Hubert Thesaurus. That book is unbeatable in this world, I believe, to learn. And on a very lighter and funny note, I'd say that recently, by mistake, like the person gave me, instead of Hubert Thesaurus of German, he gave me of French, and I realized that in every language we have this thesaurus, and no matter whether it is A1 or C2, thesaurus is a huge relief, right? Okay, Varinder, sure. Vinitha, I think Rehan has already given the answer. Don't worry. Please talk to me once and then we'll see. Okay, if I'm missing anyone's question, please go ahead. If not, then we will. And then I have also asked Khushi to have one more session. Very soon we'll have maybe next, no, not next Sunday, next to next Sunday or Saturday, where I will be taking these things again with the questions of the students in a very concrete way. Right now, it's the random question answer section. So, first, we'll collect all the questions and then we will take this and we'll have this session again. Right. Rehan, a special thanks to you because a person who has done the study from here might be in a better situation to answer the questions. I'm really thankful, and we will announce the batches within a day or two for Flager C2, and obviously we keep on sending all the batches in every weekend or maybe Friday.
Okay.
Yes, yes, Abhishek. This is what we'll do within the next 2 weekends. Within the next 2 weekends, we're going to have session. This session will be repeated. I'm saying this at the cost of repetition. This session will be repeated with the exact questions from the students. Plus, we'll have a different seminar webinar for Ausbildung, plus different webinar for nurses, plus different webinar for bachelors, masters, and everything. Okay. Thank you for coming on Sunday. The outcome of this YouTube session, please take three things. Please keep three things in mind. Number one, there is no Saturday, Sunday for anyone in the world. That's just a psychological thing. If you are more into the holidays, vacations, so then please do not over expect, right? You cannot expect a person from Monday to Friday learning the language and becoming a perfectionist in this language. Number two, that always make sure that you have a very strong foundation. Take A1, A2 very seriously. And number three, everything comes with time. You have to have a lot of patience, lot of things which, if you do in a proper way, things are going to be quite normal, right? There is no, it's not a rocket science, but at the same time, it's not a joke. Please take it a bit too seriously. Examination you're going to cover within, I'd say, like 7 to 8 months, you'll be able to cover B2 or C1 as well, right? And do whatever, always do whatever is required, and not like as per your opinion, how much time should I learn, and these questions, the moment we have these questions, we realize that it's not possible to answer such questions which are totally out of the context and irrelevant. So I will meet you again with the same webinar on next to next Sunday. We will announce the dates but that webinar will have a different thing with all the questions which we will have from the students. So see you, and thank you so very much for attending this.